What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, Suicide Squad just got punted all the way into next year. The final pre-launch trailer for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom includes a few familiar faces, plus EA just announced a new single-player FPS, Elden Ring's creator is honored in Time magazine, and the big computer game just got a console release date. This is your daily fix. Rocksteady has officially delayed Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League to February 2nd, 2024, quite a few months from its previous May 26th, 2023 release date. The developer announced the news on Twitter today, writing in a statement, "We've made the tough but necessary decision to take the time needed to work on getting the game to be the best quality experience for players. Thank you to our amazing community for the continued support, patience, and understanding. There is much more to share in the months ahead, and we look forward to seeing you in Metropolis next year." So Suicide Squad is now the first game to get a release date in 2024. It was announced way back in August of 2020. It was supposed to be out last year, and then was delayed to early 2023. At the Game Awards in December, it got a May 26th release date, but then was delayed again after a disastrous State of Play demonstration in February. Now it's bumped all the way into next year. If, after all this time, Rocksteady doesn't nix the always online requirement and the battle pass and the dumb shoot the purple things gameplay, people will show this game no mercy. So that's a crazy story to start with. Let's talk about a game that actually is coming out this May. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is bringing back more familiar faces as a classic Zelda enemy looks to be a boss in the new game. As revealed in the new and final pre-launch trailer, which also gives fans their first look at Ganondorf, Gleeok is rearing its heads for the first time in 16 years. You probably know him from the OG Zelda, but would be forgiven if, like me, you did not know his name. Though a two-headed version made an appearance in 2007's Phantom Hourglass, the three-headed Gleeok shown in the new trailer hasn't been seen since 1987. Oh yeah, its two-headed variant also appeared in Oracle of Seasons. It's not the only boss-looking beastie shown in the new trailer, suggesting Tears of the Kingdom is returning to a classic Zelda boss formula. The latest trailer seems to have gotten everyone super excited, even those that were maybe a little on the fence about it. As of today, we are officially less than 1 month away, people. The sequel to Breath of the Wild arrives on May 12th. But exactly where will Link kick off his new adventure? Well, Nintendo has also revealed where players will begin their journey as Link in Tears of the Kingdom. On the game's official website, Nintendo writes, "Link begins his journey on one of the many mysterious floating islands that have suddenly appeared in the skies high above Hyrule. It's there our hero will have to gain new abilities before returning to the surface world to begin his epic adventure." It's interesting that we won't be able to go to the surface right away, but that might help the game feel fresh and new, and hopefully appease those who have thought Tears of the Kingdom looks a little too much like the original, since it does once again take place in the same Hyrule. However, according to Nintendo, in the next section of the website, the sky isn't the only thing that's changed in Hyrule. Familiar locations have been dramatically transformed with new towns, dank caves, and mysterious gaping chasms springing up across the world, all waiting to be explored. Again, it's less than a month away, or to put it another way, there are just 29 sleeps to go until you're playing Tears of the Kingdom. Moving on, From Software's Hidetaka Miyazaki has been named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people of 2023 following the release of the smash hit open-world action RPG Elden Ring last year. Time publishes a list honoring the 100 most influential people each year who, in the opinions of the magazine editors, were most responsible for shaping the year. Miyazaki is only the second video game developer to be selected for the prestigious list, following Time's 2007 selection of Nintendo's Shigeru Miyamoto. That would have been right after the launch of the Wii and the pop culture phenomenon it created. The 2023 list includes other big names, such as American Gods author Neil Gaiman, Disney CEO Bob Iger, US President Joe Biden, Elon Musk, and Mr. Beast. Accompanying each entry is a written tribute, often penned by a well-regarded contemporary in the influencer's field. Miyazaki's entry was authored by none other than Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann, who lauded the developer's masochistic yet rewarding approach to game design. Druckmann wrote, "Elden Ring is a great ambassador for video games and the unique feelings they can affect in the player, feelings that a passive medium like TV can never recreate. Miyazaki's games make the player feel accomplished and smart, and it's all thanks to his and his team's uncompromising approach. He refuses to over-explain the mechanics or the lore, but rather puts his trust in the player to figure it out on their own." Miyazaki is also the creative force behind the Dark Souls franchise, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, but it was the launch of Elden Ring that saw the developer and studio rise to new heights as they received a cornucopia of accolades, including multiple Game of the Year awards. It's very cool to see a game developer on the list. Indeed, Elden Ring was probably the most talked about game last year and was the second best-selling, beaten only by whatever that Call of Duty was. EA Originals just revealed an upcoming first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avian. It launches on July 20th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Immortals of Avian puts players in the shoes of Jack, just Jack, as he joins the Order of the Immortals and becomes part of mankind's endless war over magic. The game is a solely single-player experience, which is awesome. Surprising, but awesome. It will play like a first-person shooter, but with magic abilities instead of guns, maybe somewhat similar to Ghostwire Tokyo, which was released last year. Immortals of Avian promises a visceral, cinematic, story-driven campaign with fast-paced action and spell-based combat that defies FPS conventions. It's being created by new AAA developer Ascendant Studios, which is co-founded by creative director of the original Dead Space and multiple Call of Duty campaigns, Brett Robbins. Robbins says, "I'm incredibly excited to finally show the world Immortals of Avian. It's been a 5-year journey for us at Ascendant, and I'm so proud of the team and their commitment to making something great." Immortals of Avian will be $60 on PC and $70 on console when it launches in July. And finally today, Company of Heroes 3 is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S on May 30th. It's the first console release in the RTS series' 17-year history. The console versions of Company of Heroes 3 will include a custom interface specifically designed for controllers and a tactical pause feature that freezes the action so players can explore the battlefield and queue up actions without the pressure of doing it all in real time, according to developer Relic Entertainment. The feature is also found in the previously released PC version. Company of Heroes 3 includes 2 single-player campaigns, one set in North Africa and another in Italy, as well as a series staple multiplayer mode. We reviewed the 2 components separately when they were released on PC in February. We awarded the single-player campaign a 6 and the multiplayer an 8, calling the latter's combat and faction design stronger than ever. I like RTS games, but I'm strictly a console gamer, so I'll check this out if I can. However, our reviewer did find the campaign disappointing, so I may end up just sticking with Tears of the Kingdom in May and June. And that is your Daily Fix for Thursday, April 13th. Now that you're caught up on the news, watch the full reveal trailer for Immortals of Avian. I'm Jamin Hadfield, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.